Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining me for another little video. And today I'm going to do a follow-on from a video I did a couple of weeks ago, which if you are watching on Facebook, it's linked in the comments. And if you are on Instagram, then you can check it out in my IGTV. And I spoke about 3 simple ways to fit a regular practice into your busy schedule. So go back and check that one out once you've watched this. Today I'm going to add on to that, and I'm going to talk about adding cues to these practice times, because it's really important when you're creating a regular habit to create yourself a cue. That's how you really cement the habit and make it become something regular, by having this cue, which is the signal to start the habit. So it's really important when you're thinking about something that you want to start doing, find a cue, find something that's going to signal the start of the movement practice or whatever the habit is that you want to build in, because then that will really make sure that you action it on a regular basis, like on a daily basis, if that's what you're looking to do. So based on the 3 examples that I gave you in the last video of where I like to fit in my movement practice throughout the day, I thought I'd give you my 3 favorite cues plus a few bonus ones to help you add this in and start making your movement practice a regular part of your daily life. So the first one is for your morning practice. For me, I absolutely love to take a shower before I do my morning movement practice, which sometimes can seem a little bit counterintuitive, perhaps, if you are getting sweaty when you're doing your movement. But it really does help me to feel fresh. I get out of bed, I get straight in the shower, and then I'm feeling fresh and awake, ready to do my movement practice. If you really know that you need to take a shower afterwards, then I recommend perhaps washing your face or splashing your face with cold water to wake yourself up a little bit and to give you that fresh feeling so you're ready to start. And that cue can be a really nice wake up and get you ready to go to do your movement practice. So the second one is the evening practice, and for me, most of the time I'm working from home, so I really like to think about switching off my computer, and as soon as I switch off the computer, the cue is to roll down the yoga mat, and then I'm ready to go. For me, this is the one that I definitely encounter the most friction with. Either it can be because I just have that one more little extra work job to get on with, or it can be that I really don't feel like doing the movement practice after a busy day working and I just want to go and relax. But if I make sure that I follow the routine, make sure that I do the cue, I turn my computer off, chuck the yoga mat down, it really helps just to get me doing it, and I know that I'm always going to feel much better if I've done my movement practice that day. If you're someone that goes out to work, then you could change this up a little bit, perhaps thinking about putting your keys down and put your yoga leggings on or whatever it is, and perhaps have your yoga mat right by the door where you put your keys down as well. So same thing, you can roll your yoga mat down as soon as you get in from work, and again, that's your cue, keys down. And then you get straight onto it before you start relaxing for the evening. And if you feel that resistance because it's the end of the working day, just try and push past that. Count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. I did another video on that a few weeks ago as well. Just go straight into it and try not to get too far into your evening relaxation before you do the practice. And then the third one I spoke about a couple of weeks ago was splitting your movement practice out throughout the day, so you get a little bit of movement morsels. And my favorite cue for this is putting the kettle on. So if you're just doing a short movement practice, like a little bit of spine mobility or some muscle energy techniques, for example, the boiling kettle can be a really perfect length of time for you to fit this in. So stick the kettle on and then do whatever your short practice is. And I find that that's a fantastic way to remember to fit in these little movement sequences throughout the day to keep your body feeling nourished and mobile. And if you need a little bonus tip, I really like to use post-its or notes around the place. Like I'll stick a note by the kettle, I'll stick a note in the bathroom to remind me of whatever it is I need to do. Sometimes it can help to put notes on your phone, but I sometimes find that I end up swiping them and I'm like, oh, I'll do that in a minute, I'll do that in a minute. So actual physical notes are really helpful for me to actually make sure that I do the thing. And my final little bonus tip for you today is to just plan it a little bit in advance as well. Do have a look each week into your calendar and see what your week is looking like. See if you can fit in the practices throughout the day. If you've got meetings on, perhaps that's not going to be so possible. Perhaps you're going to be out all day, for example. There's a few different you have to try and make sure that you've planned in advance, and that way when you come up against obstacles, you're still getting your movement practice done all the time. So I hope these few little tips have helped you. Please do put a comment below. I would love to know if you have any different cues for your movement practice, because I'm always looking for new ways to help myself get started as well. It's always a work in progress, no matter how much I talk about this kind of stuff with my clients. I'm still working on it myself, so do let me know. If you are interested in having some help developing a bespoke movement practice, I'm going to be opening my Strong Motion program on Monday next week. However, if you are on my mailing list, you will have early access from this Friday with a special early bird price this weekend only. So please do make sure you're on there if that's something of interest to you. And as well as developing the regular practice, we're going to be actually working to build strong and relaxed shoulders. We're going to be working on arm undulations for dance. We're going to be working with your wrists. We're going to be working with releasing your neck, all of that tension that a lot of us tend to hold there. This program is going to be all about that. So if it sounds like you, please do let me know. Pop a comment in the box below or shoot me a message if you've got any questions about it. So that's all for today. Please do let me know if you have any questions about anything we've spoken about the program, or if you just want to say hi. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Big love.